On the morning of September 7, 2012, police in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, responded to a disturbing 911 call.
Hi, I just walked into my apartment and my friend is just she's unconscious.
Okay, what's your address, ma'am?
I live at Hawthorne at the View.
You say your friend is unconscious?
She's unconscious. I just walked in the apartment and there looks like there's blood everywhere.
Okay, listen to me. Okay, listen to me. Okay, how old is she?
She's 19.
Listen to me. Is she breathing?
I don't know.
You need to check and see. Is she breathing?
I don't think so.
Okay, listen to me.
There's blood everywhere. She's on her back, but I think she fell off the bed because she's off the bed. There's blood all over the pillows, in the comforter. I just don't know what happened.
Inside an apartment near the University of North Carolina, they discovered the body of 19-year-old student Faith Hedgepeth. She had been brutally murdered, leaving behind a crime scene that has puzzled investigators and haunted her family for more than a decade. Who killed Faith? And why did this promising young woman's life end so tragically? Faith Danielle Hedgepeth was born on September 26, 1992. She was a proud member of the Holly-Wasaponi Native American tribe and earned a prestigious Gates Millennium Scholarship to attend UNC Chapel Hill. Friends described her as outgoing, determined, and someone who lit up every room she entered. Faith dreamed of becoming a pediatrician, and she had only just begun her sophomore year when her promising life was cut short. On the evening of September 6, Faith and her roommate, Karina Rosario, attended a sorority rush event. Later, they went to the Thrill, a local nightclub. Security footage shows the pair arriving shortly after 12:30 a.m. Around 2 a.m., Karina began to feel unwell, so the two women left and went home. At that point, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. But the hours that followed would prove deadly. Back at the apartment, Faith and Karina returned to their routines. Karina exchanged calls with a male friend, who did not come over. Sometime around 4:30 a.m., she left the apartment with another friend, leaving Faith alone. A neighbor later told police she heard thumping noises coming from Faith and Karina's apartment around that same time. Whether those sounds were connected to the murder is still debated, but investigators believe it could mark the moment Faith was attacked. The next morning, around 11 a.m., Karina returned to the apartment. This time she was with a female friend. What they found was horrifying. Faith was lying on the bedroom floor, partially clothed, covered in blood. She had been bludgeoned to death with a bottle of Bacardi rum. Signs of sexual assault were present. Next to her body was a chilling note scribbled on a fast food takeout bag. It read, "I'm not stupid. Bitch. Jealous." This disturbing message became one of the most puzzling pieces of evidence in the case. The room showed evidence of violence. Blood was spattered across the bedding and surrounding walls. Faith's body position and the disrupted bedding suggested she had been attacked while in or near her bed, fighting to defend herself. Detectives quickly determined Faith's death was a homicide. They collected DNA from the scene, including semen and a blood sample, but there was no match in any national database at the time. The apartment door showed no signs of being broken into. This is why detectives believed Faith likely knew her attacker, or at least didn't feel threatened enough to keep them out.
News, we have new information tonight in the murder of a UNC Chapel Hill student.
On one hand, there is new evidence. On the other, a profile of a possible killer. Julia Sims is here with the latest. Julia?
Chapel Hill police tonight say they are confident DNA found at the scene will lead them to an arrest. David, police will not say exactly what DNA evidence was or where it was found at the scene, but they are confident it will lead them to Hedgepeth's killer.
The brutality of the bludgeoning, paired with the strange, emotional note, suggested rage, jealousy, or a deeply personal motive. Karina's ex, who had a history of volatile behavior, was considered a person of interest. He was even overheard threatening to kill her, but DNA testing excluded him. Men who interacted with Faith at the club were interviewed, but none matched the evidence. With DNA in hand but no identity, investigators considered that Faith may have crossed paths with someone entirely unexpected.
3 years since a UNC student was found murdered in her apartment. While the case remains unsolved, the family has not lost hope. WNCN's Bo Minnick met with the sister of Faith Hedgepeth today, who says she's confident the killer will be brought to justice. Bo?
Sean, Faith Hedgepeth would be celebrating her 23rd birthday at the end of this month. Instead, the 19-year-old was killed, found at a gruesome scene, and so far, no one has been charged.
You couldn't be sad around her, because she wouldn't let you be. She wanted you to be happy, and she'd do anything to cheer you up. It will happen. They're not going to get away with it.
Hedgepeth says police are working but haven't been able to give her family any answers yet. There also is a scholarship in Hedgepeth's honor called the Faith Smile Scholarship. It goes to Native American women entering their freshman year of college.
For 9 long years, Faith's case went unsolved. Then, in September 2021, there was a breakthrough. Police arrested Miguel Enrique Salguero Olivares, 28 years old, after his DNA matched samples collected from Faith's body and the crime scene. His palm print also matched the print found on the Bacardi bottle used in the attack.
Today is an important day as we announce that we have arrested Miguel Enrique Salguero Olivares, age 28, of Durham.
I didn't do anything but cry and thank God and praise God, because I put it in His hands and it was His timing. I don't know why it took so long, but I just know that it was Him.
Detectives were able to identify him through forensic genealogy, a process of tracing relatives through DNA databases until arriving at a match. Salguero Olivares had not been on investigators' radar in 2012. His arrest came as a shock to many. As of 2025, Salguero Olivares is awaiting trial, charged with first-degree murder and rape. His defense team has requested independent DNA testing of the evidence and has raised questions about whether others might have been involved.
Accused of killing the UNC Chapel Hill student is Miguel Salguero Olivares. His defense team submitted new court filings that address the DNA found at the crime scene. In the documents are a call for blood samples that could produce other suspects and allegations of Hedgepeth's roommate, Karina Rosario, being involved after an out-of-state witness picked her up from the apartment and saw blood on her finger. The defense also wants to test for DNA on the victim's keychain, an index card, and a parking services receipt, all retrieved from prosecutors on the day of her death. Police say Hedgepeth died by a severe beating to her head in 2012. The next court hearing will be in October.
Faith's family continues to fight for answers, describing her as a vibrant young woman with endless potential whose future was stolen. The murder of Faith Hedgepeth is a heartbreaking story of a life cut short. For nearly a decade, her family waited in anguish, not knowing who was responsible. Now, with an arrest made, the path to justice seems closer, but questions remain. What was the killer's motive? Why Faith? And does the strange note truly hold the key to this mystery? Until the trial is complete, much remains uncertain. But Faith's memory lives on, a reminder of a young woman whose light still shines through the darkness of her tragic story.
Too, and it hurts. She was truly a special person, always had a smile on her face. And you try not to question God's word or His work, but then again, you just want to know why. But justice will be served. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be a week from now, but the Creator has work, and it'll come out.